Building pricing evolution capability. For mid-market manufacturers and distributors, pricing transformation is not a software deployment or a one-time consulting engagement. It is a capability built in stages and sustained through discipline. Most organizations fail at pricing not from lack of data, but because they treat it as a project rather than an ongoing operating system. Enhancing pricing capabilities typically adds 200 to 400 basis points to both the top and the bottom line, which is of course a significant acceleration. Mid-market companies have a big pricing problem. They are too complex for informal pricing, but too lean for dedicated pricing teams. So prices shift in response to customer pressure rather than strategy. Similar companies and customers get different pricing based on the negotiator, and decisions are scattered across spreadsheets and emails. A 1% price improvement often yields greater benefits than equivalent cost reductions or volume growth, and yet most companies fail to capture this value consistently. And much of the leakage hides in the pocket margin, true profitability after rebates, freight absorption, small order inefficiencies, and service complexity. Without cost to serve insight, pricing decisions rely on incomplete information. And the stark reality, sadly, is that most pricing transformations fail. To chase these results, companies often invest in analytics and tools before establishing governance. So insights are generated, but not really enforced. And sales teams revert to prior behaviors and exceptions creep back in. Ownership sometimes is also unclear. Pricing falls between sales, finance, and leadership without a single accountable function. And when the sales is rewarding primarily for revenue, discounting becomes the fastest path to targets, and even strong pricing models cannot overcome compensation that encourages margin erosion. Large consulting frameworks assume dedicated teams and clean data that mid-market firms rarely have, so sequencing really matters. So we recommend 4 key stages of pricing capability. Pricing evolution builds 4 elements in sequence. First of all, visibility, then control, execution, and lastly, optimization. Visibility quantifies margin leakage and reveals which customers and products drive it. Control then establishes governance, discount authority, and pricing floors aligned with cost to serve. Execution then shifts pricing from periodic review to a weekly operating rhythm where a cross-functional group manages exceptions and margin movement in real time. And lastly, optimization, where segmentation, value-based pricing, and AI-enabled guidance is only effective after the foundation is built before. See, without governance and execution discipline, advanced tools just add complexity rather than value. And segmentations and sales behavior are key for success. Not all customers should be priced the same. Willingness to pay, order patterns, service needs, competitive exposure all vary. The true pricing capability links segments to specific guardrails, discount structures, and service models. Equally important, pricing is ultimately decided in sales conversations, so incentives, training, accountability, they all must reinforce the strategy, or even strong frameworks just deteriorate. So how does Revify Analytics enable better outcomes? We build pricing capability in phases, each delivering value and enabling the next. It begins with a structured assessment of transactional data to quantify margin leakage and define a roadmap. Then stabilization follows. So your governance, clarify discounting authority, align freight, rebate, and surcharges. And most companies see the first meaningful EBITDA improvement within weeks. Optimization then, including AI-driven guidance, comes after the foundation is set. Initial gains typically appear quickly. Companies find pricing inconsistencies in high-volume products, misaligned surcharges, or excessive discount variability that can be corrected within the first month. These are profits, low-hanging fruits that are hidden within the company, just ready to be unleashed. And by month 2, governance reduces exception rates. By month 3, a consistent operating rhythm enables proactive management that then you can carry over as day-to-day business practices. But it's key to track results. A few key metrics provide most of the insights needed: price realization, discount variance, exception rates, and EBITDA impact. What matters as much as what is measured is how frequently. Weekly cycles sustain improvement, while quarterly reviews are just too infrequent. And the hardest part of pricing evolution is not analysis, but a shift from a reactive mindset to an actively managed system. And most mid-market companies have substantial margin opportunities already sitting in their existing business. What is missing is the structure to see them and the discipline to capture them. So the first step is to make the invisible visible.